G'day everybody, Blue here, welcome back to Starfield. Hope you guys are doing well today. Now the previous episode we completed our mission with the list settlers and we resolved their spacer issue, but we then tried to continue to do a little bit of surveying in Maheo and then came across this vessel who was sort of offering spare parts or ship spare parts, and they were saying that I guess they are doing it because it reminded them of how they met each other. So there's actually a couple of people on that ship, and they've actually invited us to board the ship. Super sus, but we decided to oblige and board their ship and apparently help them celebrate their anniversary. So that's what we're going to be doing. I mean, I'm totally expecting to get jumped here, but you know what? If that's the case, then we'll be ready for them. We've got our trusty coachman right here. I would like to put some stuff away with Sarah, but she seems to be sleeping right now, so maybe we'll not bother her for the moment. So yeah, let's board this other craft, the Heimosu, and see what happens. So far so good. Actually use the ladder there. It's a little bit weird sometimes. I feel like the spaces in this ship, it's kind of hard to navigate sometimes. Alright, so... Okay. Alright. We would be stealing if we took stuff from these guys. There we go.
Are you sure the coordinates are right?
Of course, I have every location written down in my slate.
But you're the king of typos. For all we know, this ship is going to grav jump us into the nearest sun.
At least it'll be warm.
My partner and I met out in space, but I eventually grew tired of it.
Okay. Let's have a chat with this guy.
Here's your ship parts, as promised.
Do we have enough supplies to get back home?
Oh, thank
Nope.
you.
We are gonna die out here in the void.
I'm being serious.
No, you're being a worrywart, which you really shouldn't. Warts are bad for your skin. Did my partner tell you he's a doctor? Can you believe it? Me, married to a doctor.
Alright. I thought there was going to be a little bit more to this, but apparently not. So, I don't see that activity anywhere in our list anymore. So yeah, that's really random, but apparently we just boarded to get a couple more ship parts.
You gave away too many supplies last time. You've got to save some for the rest of the trip.
They were in trouble, and they had a huge crew.
Right, well, let's leave the lovebirds to their quarrels, and we'll return to our ship. I don't know if that was really worthwhile, guys, but you know what? If anything, it served as a good, breaking point for us to sort of call an episode and take a bit of a break. But yeah, I'm keen on trying to get this surveying done, so... How do we get back to the ship? Ah, there we go.
After you, Captain.
Okay, since we can speak to Sarah,
Hey,
let's just quickly
I'd be
trade
happy
gear
to
here.
carry a few things for you.
And I just want to get rid of stuff that we don't necessarily want to carry with us, so... we've got a better version of the coachman, actually. This bashing coachman. Deals double damage when gun bashing. Okay, right. So I guess that's if we decide to do melee. I mean, I guess it's better than what we currently have, so... anti-personnel Eon, disassembler Eon, plus 20% damage against robots. Anti-personnel, plus 10% damage against humans. I guess this one might be a little bit better, so I might actually store the disassembler Eon. Furious modified Maelstrom. This Lawgiver, I'm going to give this a go. Maybe in this episode, actually, so we'll keep that.
Bye for now.
But I think that should be enough. We are, looking pretty horrendous for inventory space. So just going to be mindful of picking stuff up. Let's continue on here. And I think where we left off is we arrived at this moon, I believe. And we were about to scan it before we got hailed by these guys. So why don't we just quickly do this scan. And yeah, still nothing here. Again, another extreme environment planet. So we've been to these. We haven't been to Maheo 4C. So let's head that way. And I think what we'll do is we'll land on that planet. I keep calling things planets, but, you know, we'll land on that moon. And...
You shall be judged!
Oh god. Level 14s. Not sure if we're going to be able to win this fight, but we'll try our best. We got the extra ship parts, so that's a plus. Okay, we've got allies actually in the area, I've just realized. So it's not just us.
You are nothing more than an offering! Hostile ship! It's not too late to surrender! We've been hit! We must not fail!
Very good.
Fancy flying, stranger. Please respond. We weren't expecting so many Varun vessels. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you, total class act. Any way we can repay you?
I think I'd go with the credits since we can't really carry anything else.
Of course. You take care.
Another 1,300. I like it. I wonder if 1,300 is really all you'll make every single time you do one of those things. Anyway, let's take a look at the planet map and we'll scan. That only increased things till 60%, so there's plenty to scan down there. Luckily, this one has a normal environment, so we might actually be able to learn a little bit about base building here. So we've got a couple of different points of interest. Maybe we won't worry about, you know, looking at these places for now. This looks like a... I don't know what astronomers actually call these worlds exactly. Are they emerald worlds or something like that? Or, you know, the worlds where the conditions are suited for life. But anyway, let's just randomize our landing point here and let's actually go down there. And we'll see if we can scan a whole bunch of stuff, maybe find this diseased biosphere, which we've been trying to find for God knows how long now. And we'll try our best to scan, look for stuff, but if we don't have too much success, what I might try and do is actually go to a couple of those points of interest. Perhaps, maybe they might have some traders.
But we should certainly take a look around.
And if they do have traders, then we could potentially, you know, try to, you know, sell off some of our stuff. Okay, apparently we've got extreme radiation here. That's not great. I was expecting to be able to do our outpost stuff here. Oh, actually we can. Okay, so, I mean, what are the principles here? Like, do I need to make sure that there's enough flat surface for us to work with? Or, I mean, yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's place down the outpost beacon. So, okay, we can rotate it. I don't know what that means exactly, but you know, I'm just experimenting here. Let's confirm. Maybe in this position. Placing an outpost beacon allows you to build objects and structures, navigate the build menu categories using Q and E, switch to modify mode using tab. Outpost objects are built from items and resources. When building an object, the build costs are automatically removed from your ship's cargo hold or your inventory. Okay, cool. So you don't have to take stuff out and actually carry it with you. That's quite nice. So, let me just exit out. Does this actually do anything? Okay, so we can rename or we can go into build mode from here. Right, so cannot build item, missing resources. What is that? An extractor for water vapor, extractor for chlorine, extractor for water. Okay, and we can cycle then between different types of structures. Is that it? Scan booster, cruise station, landing pad. I mean, a landing pad makes sense, in my opinion. Oh, wow. That's gigantic. Alright. I see. Okay. And this is where having a companion's going to be a bit of a issue. Maybe we can come back to the landing pad. Let's...
Smart decision. The outpost really
Oh, no.
needs an upgrade.
No. No! I didn't want to do that. Can I get rid of stuff? Track, rotate, toggle, modify mode, tab. Let's delete that. Yeah. Okay, I hope that we got our materials back, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. Let's go back to build mode. And, yeah, let's maybe not do a land pad just yet. I don't know, I find clicking to, you know, rotate stuff a little bit weird. Anyway, we've got extractors, power, transfer container, a hab, okay, outpost airlock. Do we want somewhere where we can sort of operate from? I mean, it seems to make sense in my mind that we would be able to sort of, you know, occupy the space. Okay, so why don't we place that? Oh, okay, we can we can control the height as well. Jeez, alright. Well, let's just go with that for now. And then a 4-wall hab. And that just snaps. Hydroponic hab, science hab small, a military hab. Alright, let's just go with the standard one. In terms of resources required, you can actually see that on the left, top left-hand side. Alright, it's good to know. Well, let's place that. So... okay. And what happens if we put another one? Okay, they just connect up. Alright. That's good to know. Let's take a look at other structures here. So, alright. So now we're getting into just workstations, etc, etc. We get to set up defenses as well. That's quite nice. Storage. Cool. I mean, look at the amount of detail here, guys. You could put heaps of stuff. Alright, I feel like we could get really, really lost with this, but... okay, and we can build mannequins here as well. We saw the mannequins in the previous episode. Miscellaneous scan booster. Build this to double the range of your hand scanner. We do have the materials for it, so I'm sort of thinking, yes, maybe this is a good idea. Because the game's been telling us to do this for a while. Right. Right, okay, there's even different types of scanners that you can build. Interesting. Alright, I sort of maybe want to build this here, maybe. A scan booster requires power in order to function. Build a power source from the power category to provide this object with power. When you're within range of a powered scan booster, the range of your scanner is greatly increased. Right. But we need power to power it up. So... we need to build a solar array. Needed power, 3. How do we know how much power we produce? Okay, on the left-hand side. So, 4 power. Okay. Let's do it then. Do we need to connect it, though?
You're making it look almost livable around here.
Okay, so... that's not bad, although I don't like how we've got a little bit of clipping there. But is this place livable? I mean, I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a fly cam. The fly cam view of your outpost can be an easier way to build large structures. You can freely switch between the first person view and fly cam view. Oh, that's nice. Can we move around? Yes, we can. Oh, that's very, very nice. Though, probably don't need to continue with the building just for now. Let's exit. And yeah, so this is our very first basic outpost. Not much to look at, obviously, but I think it's good for a start. And yeah, I don't know about like keeping this tucked away here. I guess it should be okay. Let's check out the inside here. I'm not really expecting much. But yeah, I suppose maybe we can connect up a few more rooms. And, you know, I'm not entirely sure if we'll really be hanging out here too much. This was just a little bit of an experiment. So why don't we just rename this so that we know the name of this place. Or do we want to just leave it? Maheo 4C Outpost 1. Maybe there's nothing wrong with that. Unless we have the option to sort of check out all of our outposts from somewhere. So maybe we'll think about renaming places later on. Let's just take a look at the mission list here. I'm also sort of looking at the activity for building. I think maybe we've cleared it as a result of building all of those things. So yeah, I think we're done. Now it's a matter of just continuing with our scanning, and I don't know if we're going to get to 100% here. We need to find 7 different types of resources. Apparently this scanner should help us locate things a little bit more easily. So
what have we got? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
So that's 2 things. But yeah, you can see how wide the scan booster is affecting. I'm not entirely sure if it will meet our needs entirely. We're probably going to have to still look for stuff beyond the booster's range. And that's okay. I don't think we've seen benzene before. Okay. I was not expecting pirates here. We got level 2 pirates. They haven't seemed to notice us, so that's fine by me, because I don't really want to fight them. Not right now. Plus, if they're level 2, you know, they're probably not going to be too much of a threat. Actually, speaking of levels, I should be looking at our skill tree and spending points, because got a couple of new ones here. So I think last time we sort of went quite heavily into tech. Haven't experimented with targeting control systems, but the next time we fight enemies that don't seem to be too difficult to take down, maybe we'll play around with this. Piloting. You can now utilize ship thrusters. Does that mean without rank 1 we wouldn't be able to boost? Huh. Increase ship turning rate and maneuverability. I don't know about that one. Can we get into the next line here? I don't know how many we need to unlock before we get into the next like tier. I guess we can actually get into some of this stuff already. Payloads. Ship cargo holds have 10% more capacity. This seems quite nice, actually, considering our predicament currently. Increased top speed. 20% increased shield capacity. Ballistic ship weapons have 10% increased damage and cost 20% less to use in targeting mode. Huh. I quite like this because we're using the scanner quite a bit. So I might do a little bit more surveying. Hopefully maybe that might help us with the current objective that we have. Pistol certification, we've already got rank 2. For rank 3... Oh, actually, hang on. No, we do have rank 2 available. So we could go into that, or we could do ballistics. Ballistic weapons do 10% more damage. If we do the second tier, 20% more damage. We are using pistols primarily, so I think I'm gonna rank this up. And I think if there's anything that we're going to be putting into combat next, it'll be ballistics. And then I don't know how many points we're gonna need for the next tier. I'm hoping it's about 4 points in total. And we still have to wait for persuasion, so... And we're also still gonna have to wait for security, so... Alright. Let's continue on with our search. Ah, nice. Okay, yeah, we can actually zoom now using the scanner. And I wonder if we increase the level, if we'd be able to zoom even more. That'd be quite nice if that's the case. Might be able to identify things from further away. Okay, so we're gonna need to explore a little bit more if we're gonna find all of these resources to scan. I think we're gonna maybe make our way to this unknown location. There's probably gonna be a lot of pirates there. I just don't see any caves. There's that one over there, also structures. I do see something else over that side. I'd prefer if we found like caves or something like that, because if we found caves, I feel like we'd be able to find all of the materials that we need to scan. A little bit of argon here. You know what? I've got a different idea now, guys. So, instead of going to this unknown location, which is going to probably invite more combat, and I don't exactly have space to loot, I think the better option is for us to go back and, I think maybe we can deconstruct our base, and from there we can use all of the materials which we recover. I assume we can recover absolutely everything and that there's no penalty, but you know, if we can recover everything, we can land on a different spot on this planet and we can just construct the scan booster, power it up, and then, you know, do even more scanning and hope that we find you know, all I think it's 3 more of these resources that we need to find. So yeah, let's do this. So let's delete this as well. And do we delete this? I mean, how do I get rid of it? Build mode. Modify mode. Okay, so with all the other stuff, we had the ability to delete, but let me try something else here. So, can I collect like this outpost thingo? Because we now only have 7, and I just don't want to run out, right? Because if we put all 7 in the one planet, then obviously we're not going to be able to build any more outposts. Rename. Cancel. Yeah, okay. I can't seem to pick this one up, guys, and store it. So, if any of you guys know how to do that, let me know in the comments. But I might leave it, and I might do some research off camera to see if I can collect the actual outpost. What do you call those? Outpost beacons? I think that's what they're called. Actually, what happens if I go like that, and if I do... okay, right. So, you can't just place down another outpost beacon within the same distance as one that's already down, I think. So, okay, let's go back,
On deck.
and what we'll do is we'll try and choose another position. Then we'll re-land. I believe this area is known as, like, wetlands. So, if we can try and find a different biome to land in, that might actually help. But so far, so good. This episode, we have learnt quite a bit more about the game and some of the mechanics, so... yeah. We definitely still have the outpost marker there. And I'm not entirely sure if we can actually remove it, but as I said, I'll try and find out. So this is a swamp area. This is the wetlands. We already landed in the wetlands, so why don't we go to the swamp? Okay. Any points of interest? We've got an unknown location there. Another unknown location. Something that I've not seen before. Again, unknown. Maybe there's some sort of broadcast or something like that going on from that direction. So we will check it out, but I think maybe the first thing that we should get up to is just getting one of these down, and we'll just get a solar array in here as well. And next we'll get that scan booster.
Place feel like home.
Okay. Good enough. So hopefully we can identify things a lot easier with the scan booster. So your neodymium. The only thing we need is, what was that? Carboxylic, maybe? And there was one other thing that we need to try and find. Water. There we go. Can we collect this? We can. We are at 79%, 6 out of 7 resources. But then there's like the 3 question marks underneath it, and I'm not entirely sure what that means exactly. In the meantime, I will continue running towards this point of interest. See if there's anything. See some fire. This might actually be... What? We've gained frostbite? Why? Oh, maybe because we've been like in this extreme cold. Alright. Is there any way for us to get rid of this? So we've seen the freezing rain and we've seen the extreme solar radiation. But I don't think they actually do any damage to us, but this one does. So this is giving us pain. We're taking... Actually, no. Taking health damage expends O2. Okay, so... Which means that we'll continuously become breathless if we take damage from the enemy. So maybe I need to fix that. I mean, is it worth fixing right now if I'm gonna still be in the rain? I might risk it a little bit, guys, to see if we can just, you know, power through this pain. Okay, frostbite became worse. That's not good. I don't know if it's also because I've been approaching those sort of volcanic looking things, and that's making things even worse for us. I don't know what we've come across here. Looks like some kind of structure, maybe? An unknown feature. Remains of amphibious life forms, 100% scanned. Ah, okay. Now we're getting those question marks filled. Right. Okay, this is still part of the remains. Ah, okay, there's actually some water here as well. Okay, we are now crippled as well. Let's maybe fix this up, shall we? I'm getting a little worried. So we need this thing here. Heal paste. That should do the trick. Alright, so I think it's probably a good idea for us to just quickly jump back. So let's go to the landing area. And I'm gonna get rid of these things. Again, not sure how I'm going to be able to take the actual beacon itself, but Let's delete you as well. And yeah, that thing's just gonna have to stay there. And now we can only put 6 outposts. Yeah, I need to learn about how we can get more. If they're permanent,
Well, that was fun.
we
Now
might
what?
need to, you know, buy more of those outpost beacons from somewhere. So we've been to the wetlands, we've been to the swamp, and I guess we should try and find another biome then. Maybe this is what the game is trying to tell us when it means actual biomes. We have to sort of look at landing in different types of environments. So let's see if we can find anything else. And, you know, for the next few landings, I'm not entirely sure about actually placing a scan booster. Maybe we don't exactly need it. We've got frozen dunes here. Got more wetlands. More wetlands there. Obviously can't land around the water. Let's land somewhere where there's still some light, and I think that might be it for this particular moon. And as I said, if we don't have success finding this diseased biome before leaving here, I think maybe we'll try to land at some of those other points of interest, and we'll see if we can sell some of our stuff. Okay, so there's an unknown location there. Something else over that way, so that's very interesting. So I might actually head in that direction. Ah, here we go, carboxylic acids. And that completes all of the resources for the area, but we still have a couple of different things that we need to scan. I'm guessing one of them will be here. Some strange rock formation there. Unknown feature, 0 out of 2 scanned. Unexplored biological feature. Coralline mineral pool. Shallow ecosystems in nutrient-dense pools cycle minerals and remains into the fossiliferous sediments. Okay. So that's 1 out of 2. Does that mean... Ah, here we go. There's another one. Coral ponds. Can we find resources around here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's actually go back to the ship. And I'm just thinking here, guys. I probably want to go back to the wetlands again. The reason why I say that is because we've found a couple of interesting things when we were in this frozen dunes and in the swamps. But we didn't find anything when we were at the wetlands, so maybe it's just about getting lucky, almost. So, yeah, let me go back to the wetlands, and I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping that as the game randomizes stuff for us here, we'll actually get to find another point of interest that will let us scan this one remaining question mark. I don't know if it's always going to be like a biological feature. It could be something completely different, but anyway, let's look around. Unknown location. Got another unknown location there. And then there's this, which I'm not sure what this could be, but perhaps maybe that's where we'll find some answers. So let's head there. Okay, something interesting here. It's almost look like plant life, but I can't exactly scan it for anything. Okay, there we go. Another unknown feature. Unexplored ecological feature. Looks like there's a way to get in from that side. I think it's sensible for us to just go there rather than drop in. You never know if we might actually have to fight anything down there, so be good to have a way out. Yeah, maybe just from here. There you go. Dense roots, fibers, and other biotic structures merge into a nutrient-rich storage cluster that sits on channels extending off towards other clusters. Alright, and that is the entire moon scanned, I believe. So, and we've got frostbite again. Jeez. Can't seem to catch a break here. What do we have? Rock pile. Do we have anything of interest there? A few resources here and there. Okay, so I think it's time to get going. And I sort of want to make our way to one of these fracking stations. Actually, this is a deserted research outpost. I'm sure it's not that deserted, to be fair. So let's go to the fracking station. We might actually have the ability to sell stuff from there. I'm hoping. Anything else of interest here? Something off in the distance there. Alright. Let's head into this place, and... yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure about using the healing paste, because I've already used one, and we've recontracted our ailments here. So it seems like a bit of a waste, especially if we're not really fighting. I don't mind the fact that we're perhaps maybe taking a hit to our oxygen levels if we take damage, because, yeah, I mean, we're not in combat. I hope there's no combat as we approach this area. Yeah, okay, we've got friendlies here. So, is there anyone here to sell us stuff?
We've got a lot of work to do, which we can't really get to while you're still here. It's not safe.
We've got some miners. Where would I find like a merchant?
I've got all the basics,
Here we go.
I think. Got some decent stuff in stock. Feel free to browse.
Alright, so let's see what you have for sale.
Here's what I've got in stock.
And let's actually sell you things we don't need. I've got 3 of these lawgivers. I probably don't need 3. And let's see. A couple of other packs here. I'll keep the apparel. Calibrated navigator spacesuit. Oh yes, okay, he's ran out of credits. Forgot about that. Well, maybe we can actually buy some aid. Oh, okay, he's only got ship parts, so that's probably not the best. How do you like the job?
Special, but I'll keep showing up as long as they keep paying me. It beats making my way behind a desk, anyway.
Okay, that's fair. What do you think of your supervisor?
Best one I've worked with so far. Most of the miners say the same. It's a real breath of fresh air. The last supervisor I worked for was a real jerk. He'd dock your pay for just about anything.
Okay.
Goodbye, friend.
He seems pretty optimistic about work. Alright, so... okay, we've got a mission board here as well. We may as well take a look. So, destroy Crimson Fleet Phantom at Maheo 5. Kill the pirate freebooter on Maheo 4D. Supply chlorosolanes to Maheo 5A. Okay, so this will require cargo and stuff like that. There's a lot of sort of bounty type missions here, which might be interesting. Let me just take a look. So we're here at Maheo 4, and we've done some detailed work on this particular moon. Oh, we've got 80% for the entire system. I think that's what it's trying to tell us. Yeah, alright. So I think we should go to some of the other moons of Maheo 4. So I'm gonna see if there's a mission that we can take involving Maheo 4. Yeah, okay. Kill the pirate freebooter on Maheo 4D. So let's accept that mission. Alright. And that way, that gives us a bit of an excuse to go back to Maheo 4D. There we go. So let's go there. And... yeah, okay, so the pirate is here on the abandoned mine. Cool. Let's do it. There we go. Yeah, I feel like we've learnt heaps this episode, guys. So, you know, even about like all of the surveying. The game doesn't exactly tell you everything, and you sort of need to discover stuff on your own. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Let's have some fun.
Let's take a look here at where we need to go to try and find these pirates. There's an unknown location there that could be our question mark. Pirates are maybe around that side. So let's see if we can fight these pirates first, actually. Then we'll continue on with surveying a little bit more. And I don't know about different biomes on this particular planet. This particular moon. I feel like this moon only has one type of biome. Let me just check on our weapons here. So I haven't really favorited the coachman, but I feel like I should. So let's put that in slot 7. And let's also get the Eon in at slot 3. Alright, so got spaces. I'm not entirely sure where the bounty is exactly. Okay, we've got spaces fighting another group here. I'm not entirely sure what they were shooting just then. But anyway, let's see if we can pick up a fight with them. One down. I'm worried about these spaces in here. Let's open the door. Let's see if we can deal with these guys first. Don't want to get flanked. Oh. Okay, we got a turret there. Actually, that was a turret as well. Let's take the turrets out. There we go.
Beg for mercy!
Okay, must be below us somewhere. Maybe even underneath. Let me just take a look at our mission here. Yeah, might pay to just quickly tag that. So we need to head in there.
There you are. I smell credits. You
Alright, very good. Do we have space for looting? A little bit. Alright, we'll check the bodies later for creds. I want to head inside though. How do we do that exactly? Is there maybe a switch from the outside? We'll take those. Med packs. Need med packs anyway, so we'll definitely take those. How do I get this door to open? There we go. Okay, maybe even more enemies in here. I thought there might just be the one target. Okay, this is actually a pretty big mining complex. So I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to get through this in this episode. So this could be a good place for us to take a bit of a break, guys. So let's do that. When we come back, we'll try and take out this pirate that's been bothering people on this moon. And oh god, alright. She's started fighting already. Jeez. Sarah, you just couldn't help yourself.
I'm on a roll!
Bloody hell. Here's me trying to wrap up an episode and, you know, trying to do the right thing as a gamer and, you know, get my breaks in. But no. Alright, maybe the answer is we're gonna just clear out this place first. Oh my god. I've just seen how many there are on the minimap.
Let's do this.
Okay, this could be a good time for us to give our new weapon a try, guys, the Lawgiver. Don't really know how many rounds we have. Oh, okay, plenty of rounds. Okay, that's an advanced lock there. I'm not going to bother with it right now. We'll come back and we'll pick it when we come back. Alright. So apparently we have killed the pirate. The pirates died somehow. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. But there are definitely still a lot of spaces here. Oh, this rifle is really nice. Really helps with these longer ranges. I mean, pistols are nice and everything, but sometimes they just don't fit the situation, do they?
Are you expecting me to jump down after you?
Come on, spaces. I mean, look at this place. There's just so many nooks and crannies.
Won't get me, though! My eyes!
Okay. Sarah totally stole my kill there.
Smell credits!
Alright. Was that the last of them? I mean, that's a very good question.
Perhaps we should investigate that control center on the far side of the bridge.
Control center on the far side of the bridge. Okay. Well, I guess there's other stuff to do here then, except for killing this pirate. But anyway, I think this is where we're gonna call it, guys. Now that we've gone through and had a bit of a murderous rampage, thanks to our friend Sarah here, we can now sort of sleep in peace. Well, I can rest a little bit more in peace as I take a break from this game. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like, a dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.